This is going to be episode 6 of Black People. This is why. A masterclass on what to do and what not to do when having any type of interaction with the police or any type of law enforcement. And the reason why I titled this series, Black People, This is Why, because Black people, man, Black people are a mess. Black people seem not to understand. They seem to be void of some type of, I don't know where the blockage is coming from. I made a point where I can't really, because I've been on both sides, right? So by me being on both sides, the side where I'm on now versus being in the streets and having running with the police at one particular time, I mean, I'm up in age. I mean, I'm 37, but you would think that by now everybody around my age or 40 will be able to say, okay, we understand now. Whether right, wrong, we justified. The scripture said, all you'll get an understanding. Because once you understand things, you better able to handle them and deal with them and rectify them and, get through them peacefully as possible. I'm talking about this almost a daily occurrence at this point, where I get on social media and there's some type of interaction with the police, and a black person is on the wrong side of it. And what happens is, because black people have an extremely low emotional IQ to the point where they can't think outside of emotion. Their emotion overrides everything. And really that's a feminine trait. But as we know that our community has the Jezebel spirit over it, because most households are ran by what? A woman. And so because of that matriarchal upbringing, a lot of our men are the same way as well. And so when they have occurrences with the police, and I'm speaking about all people, black men and black women, but the black man is supposed to be different. He's supposed to be able to keep his composure and let logic override emotion, but they're not able to do that because they were raised by mama. So a lot of these men today are women. They're women with a penis. They're not gay. And also that's why you have a lot of gay men, black men too, but there's a lot of black men that's not gay. But they are still operating off of women gasoline. The gasoline that was put in their tank in their upbringing was feminine, overly emotional, impulsive. And this is also why a lot of black women is being killed, because these men with this woman energy, overly emotion, impulsive, is very dangerous in a male, right? And can become fatal, as we're seeing more and more in the black community. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. When you're dealing with the officers, since y'all seen that police officers understand how the average, meaning I would say 85 to 90% of black people feel about them, right? Doesn't matter what happened, they automatically don't like cops. When they have any type of run-in with police, it's usually going to be them having an attitude, them being overly aggressive, and that's never, ever going to turn out right. So my issue, my stance with making this series is to show y'all what not to do and what to do. I mean, at some point, it's 2025. We raising children. We have to be proactive. We have to teach our children to be proactive instead of reactive. Because in most times in the black community, even the church folks, they hate police. Their grandparents hate police. Their parents hate police. And they raising a new generation of children to hate police. And before I think about that is, and I always say this, and I'm going to always say it, the average person that be on social media with this, I hate the police, these black people don't hate the police, right? Because if they hated the police, they wouldn't call the police under no circumstances. When that dude stand in their house and they get into it with him and they want him to leave, guess who they call? The same police who they hate. This the same person who had on her social media F the police. This the same woman who had on her social media hashtag I have a black son. This the same woman who had on her social media hashtag I can't breathe. Right? And this is the same woman who is always going to be overly emotional, picking sides, not using her brain, saying to herself, let me go look for the whole video. Because in case y'all do not know, and this is something I also like to stress on this channel and this page, cops have the right, I want to say it again, cops have the right to use excessive force in certain situations. And you know, oh, I know the law. No, y'all don't know the law. Because if you knew the law, whenever I hear one of these people, when I'm watching these body cams, soon as I hear somebody say that they know their rights and they know their law, I automatically know that they don't know their rights and they don't know the law. They've heard some other brain dead person, meaning a person that does not use the brain that God gave them, on social media saying that. That's where they get that from. Our community are the black community, the most propagandized, brainwashed community ever, because we don't value education and research. We value clout and money. So the people who are put in front of us, like I always say, for the group of people who 45 and under is the rappers, the athletes, the social media influencers. That's who they listen to. They don't do research. When it come to vote, when it comes to spirituality, whatever those people say, that's what tell them. That's why you got a lot of these fools out here talking about Allah, because they see the rappers do. A lot of these dumb women out here talking about Sage and Crystal, because they see the celebrities and influencers talking about that. They know that they was raised. If you a black person, it's almost 9 out of 10 times you were raised with the Bible, God, and going to church. And then a group of older black people, 50 and up, they get all of their information from the Democratic members, the members of the Democratic Party, the fake black leaders, the fake black pastors, not all but most, are fake. I'm talking about the black pastor. And so this is who they get their information from. They don't do research on their own. They like to spend their time watching Housewives, watching Power, watching BMF, a lot of nigga nonsense. That's what they like to do, what they spend some time. Or go turn up. That's what they like to do. I'm just telling you, man. So when they have run in with the police, they're so brainwashed and dumbed down, they automatically make a bad situation worse. Number one, when you have any type of interaction with the police, the number one thing you're going to do is be calm and respectful. Because whether it's a traffic stop or them approaching you in the store for alleged theft or whatever, you acting a fool is not going to help the situation. The cop is not going to say, you know what, abort mission. Because you having an attitude, because you're being overly aggressive, you know what? I'm going to just let you go without a ticket. I don't even want, you know what? I made a mistake in pulling you over. I made a mistake in coming and approach you in a retail store for stealing or in the mall, wherever they be at. It's not going to happen. So the best thing you can do for your safety and the officer's safety is just be calm, cool, collected, respectful, and get through this situation and go on about your day, get a ticket, or worst case scenario, go to jail and burn out. But getting beat up and killed, and then now we got to be reactive. Instead of being proactive doing what I just said, now we got to be reactive because you done got beat up or killed in the street. Now we got to react on social media because y'all not going to do nothing else. Y'all not going to do nothing else. All y'all going to do is go on social media and cry and whine. And that's all y'all, because y'all not going to do nothing else. Y'all not even going to do nothing finance. Y'all not even going to stop spending y'all money. Because you know why y'all not going to stop spending y'all money with the other groups of people or whoever doing that, which is all cops coming all safe and sound. But if you one of those black people who feel like you'll hear in a lot of these videos where they'll say, oh, you just don't like black people, you racist cop. If you feel that way, stop spending your money with them. But you can't stop spending your money with the white man, because as a black man, I can honestly say that's really our only ally as the white man. Our brothers is against us. Our women is against us if we not a certain person or a certain type. So only person who is accepting us and giving us opportunities in the world is the white man. They don't have no black basketball league. Black people didn't come up with the NBA. Black people didn't come up with the NFL. White people did. And yes, most of these leagues are majority black. But guess what? Had it not been for these people to come together and start a league to make these young black men rich, it wouldn't be no league. Black people don't have no league. They didn't think about bringing no league. And of course, I know somebody might come in the comments and say, yeah, they did. The white man stole it. Blah, 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 blah. right? But that's not, like I say, I just wanted to get that preface out, put that out there. What I'm really about. This is your first video, of course. You can go look at all kind of other videos on my channel about all kind of different things, or you may be on TikTok where it's all I pretty much post, or Facebook. But this is what I'm saying, man. We have to be proactive when we having any type of interaction with police. And we have to do one of three things: take out a ticket, warning, or go to jail and bond out. Getting beat up, getting killed, and then our families or our loved ones or just random people on social media reacting about it, or marching and stealing and looting and burning stuff down. That is just so played out, and it's not beneficial one bit to African Americans. I'm not gonna say African Americans, to Black Americans. It's not benefiting us. It's hurting us. And what it's doing is, because like I always say, cops are human beings. Although they're trained to de-escalate a problem, although I personally believe and personally know for a fact that these cops do not want to hurt or kill y'all, but they are even aggravated now. And they go through all kind of stuff. And sometimes when they pull you over, tensions are high. Because I get it all the time. Well, not all the time, because I haven't been pulled over in a while. When I do get pulled over, it has been time where I had a white officer pull me over and have an attitude with me. I'm a black man. I have tattoos and dreadlocks, but I don't think like those niggas. I think like a black man. I carry myself like a black man. I don't just say I'm a black king. I carry myself that way, right? I move with a purpose. I'm not walking around, going around worried about nobody calling me the N-word. If they call me the N-word, first of all, nobody is just going to walk up to me and say I'm an N-word. And if they do, that shows more of their life and where they at mentally and spiritually versus me. Think I'm about to get out of arms and put my hand on them or make a video and go crazy. I'm going to laugh at them. I might not even laugh, might not even acknowledge them. Because again, I don't just call myself a king, I move like one. You're not a king if somebody can say a word, make you lose your job, make you lose your freedom, or make you have a bad day because they called you a name. What is this, high school? Right? But anyways, I digress. So like I say, man, we got to move with a purpose, man, as black men and women when we dealing with these officers. And it's not because they hate us, but it is they're over scrutinized, and they already know that most black people hate them. In any situation where you go in, whoever you are, I don't care who you are, if you go in a situation where you know people hate you, your tensions are always going to be, if they not going to show, they're going to be there, because these people know how our community feel them, how our community for the most part feel about them. I don't feel about it that way, but I'm saying for most people in our community, because most people in our community are brainwashed and they don't have critical thinking. They see a clip of a video and they go for it. Oh man, he raped. You don't know what happened in the whole video. You don't know if this girl, like I said, I done showed videos of people spitting on the officer, hitting the officer, pepper spraying the officer, all kind of stuff. They don't show that part. They just show the clip. Or so much as not just, they might have didn't do nothing at all as far as like assaulting him, just overly disobedient, overly aggressive, slamming doors in his face to the point where he got to break their window. All of this is legal, man. In case you don't know, all of this is legal, and excessive force is sometimes necessary, and it is sometimes legal. It depends on the situation. But we're gonna get into this video. Like I said, I don't watch these videos before I do them. I'm just doing them freestyle, so I don't know how they gonna turn out. But let's get into this video. A woman is, oh my God, I didn't even. Mom brings kids along. Well, I don't want. Let's just watch the video.
I can just take the item. I will pay for it for real. Come on now, this is not even that serious. This is baby. Cause y'all ass, bro.
You did it to yourself.
Yeah. Y'all ass ain't got to do it.
On August 20th, 2023, officers responded to a Walmart following a report of two women stealing clothing and baby items with their children present.
Hello. Hi, ladies. How we doing?
How you doing?
Oh, wait a second.
No, we good.
Because we're on video.
I know.
So,
I'm just trying to get this sweater.
okay.
Like, don't do that. You're my shoes.
Yeah.
You're my shoes, and these my shoes. Give me my shoes.
Our barcodes don't match. Our barcodes do not match.
CVS. Oh, I just got some CVS. So that's mass too. I don't even gotta lie about that. Y'all get this back though. I'm just saying, those is mine. Don't do that. I just bought it.
This is not a bad.
And my spoon.
This is our version.
No, that's not y'all. Y'all sell the same thing as CVS.
We don't. Our barcode.
If that's the case, I would have been taking the tags off the same way I was clicking on. I would have opened that.
Good, man. Our barcodes do not match CVS barcodes.
Okay, keep a little spoon, because that's just that.
All right, guys.
Same way these is my baby beer.
How you doing today?
No, they're not. I'm fine. Yes, they is. No, that's not. Yes, they is. No, they not. No, they not. Yes, they is. No, they not.
Ma'am, can we just kind of have a seat? Okay, it's not the end of the world. All right, we'll figure this out.
I just bought that.
You get what I'm saying?
That I did.
All right, what's your name? What's your name? My name is Officer Gracia. Nice to meet you. Okay. What's your name, man? Tia. Nice to meet you. What's your name?
Cece.
Cece. Nice to meet you. Okay, now that we know who we are here, okay, we're gonna try to figure out what happened. All right. Do y'all have any ID?
No, I ain't got my ID on me.
You don't have your ID? No IDs?
I don't even have the ID.
And when y'all going to places dressed this way, y'all may say, "Oh, they stereotyping us. They watching us." And I mean, always, this is my personal opinion, but going outside with a bag on your head, aka a bonnet, is just, I mean, that's the most pathetic, tasteless thing you can do. If your hair done, let it be shown. If your hair not done, you telling me that your hair is that bad that you had to go outside with a bag on your head. But that's not here or there. Y'all wonder why y'all going these type of establishments, whether y'all stealing or not, and they stereotype y'all. Because this is the majority of the time people that got caught stealing, this is how they wear, this is how they dress, this is how they carry themselves. And to have 2 children or however many children with them, I mean, it's just, man, this is sad and unfortunate. This is sad and unfortunate. And before anybody get to holler about, you don't know that woman's story, she might have was stealing because she, listen, check this out. Let's get something understood. I'm pro-life. I don't support abortion. But if you know, first of all, you shouldn't be having children. We have to pick better fathers. And I'm not even going to get on you dudes right now. I'm not even going to get on y'all right now and how y'all just put y'all seed in these women and leave them in unfortunate circumstances that in some situations they do stuff like that. I'm not going to never justify it, so they have to. You know what I'm saying? They were stealing food. I mean, but still, there's places where you can go, like Goodwill and Salvation Army and certain places where you can go and get free kids' clothes. They'll help you with that. Food too, but I'm just saying, like, when people steal food, I don't never justify stealing. But I mean, if you stealing food and I'm not justifying. If I had a store, I wouldn't want nobody to do it. And if I caught you stealing at my store, I probably would give you a warning and I'll let you come back. And if you come back and steal, then I would have to prosecute you. I would have to call authorities. But that's not here or there. It's just, I'm just showing y'all why. This young lady on the left, when you go in the store and you got a bonnet and people stereotype you and they following you and you probably not stealing, you might have money. Thank young ladies like Miss T on the right, on the left, on the lower left hand corner. But let's continue.
Okay, how old are we? Yeah.
I'm 22.
22? How old are you?
I lost my ID.
All right, no big deal. We'll figure it out. It's not the end of the world. You gotta wait for my partner.
As you can hear, the cop is being extremely respectful, as most times they are.
Because they're doing the paper on us.
Paper for what?
Paperwork.
Y'all gonna take us to jail?
I don't know. Probably not.
Y'all got all the stuff.
We gotta figure out what's going on, right?
Well, he just said that he's not he said probably not. So he said they probably won't be going to jail. And so, you know, sometimes when you steal out of Walmart, they just trespass you, meaning you can't come back to that Walmart or really no Walmart, but they probably won't know. But you can't come back to that Walmart because people probably might notice your face. It depends, you know, how that go. But so he's saying that they might not be going to jail, so they might not even be getting put in cuffs. So let's just see how this works out. So far, so good. Everybody's cooperating. But let's continue.
Y'all got all the stuff.
We gotta figure out what's going on, right? Come on, you gotta be nicer, you know? There's no need for that.
You guys don't have IDs on you?
We're all adults here.
No.
Okay. There's somebody you can turn the kids over to?
No.
Okay. We'll arrange for transportation for them.
Huh?
You can arrange for transportation.
So y'all gonna take us to jail because I pay for it now.
Well, we're trying to figure it out.
Because I just pay for my son.
So one of the first
I don't
steps.
have nobody to watch my son.
Hold on, give me 1 second.
And I've seen them do this before, and it's kind of funny, but it's like you can't do that, man. And you smart enough to know, young lady, that this is not how this works. You don't get caught stealing and then say, "Oh, I can pay for it." That's not how this works, and you know that, ma'am. But let's continue.
Okay. One of the first steps that we do is we try to identify who you guys are because you have no ID.
Right.
All right. We get that done, then we move to the next step. All right. We're not trying to make this difficult. All right. We're just trying to get the process going.
Yeah.
Because everyone wants to go home. I'm sure the kids are going to get antsy, right? We're not trying to make it difficult. It's not the end of the world. Can I see your information real quick?
No, that's my son's medical name.
All right. What's your last name? What's up, buddy? How old? Let me guess.
There we go.
8 months?
Since I only had 3 days, can I just pay for I gave it back to him, and I didn't struggle or anything. Like, I have money, I can pay
if
for it.
If it was up to me,
I can just take the items. I will pay for it for real.
If it was up to me,
Like,
I would say yes, please. But it's not up to me. It's a process. They got to do what they got to do. We got to do what we got to do.
Yeah, I understand.
It ain't the end of the world.
Yeah.
I promise you that.
Yeah, I know.
I'm more concerned for the kids.
Yeah, that's mine. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
all right.
Well, my man in jail, so
it's okay.
Y'all like for real.
It's all right. Not the end.
Now she's concerned about the kids, and I don't want to be mean because I respect how these young ladies are conducting themselves with the officers. They're not being overly emotional. They being pretty well. They seemed like they came to my master class before, even though I only had it on going on for a week. But it seemed like they went to my master class. They carrying themselves very well. I'm very proud. So I don't want to be mean, but it's so crazy how all of a sudden now she care about her children. She wasn't thinking maybe I could get caught because apparently she's done this before. You never commit crime with children, around children. You just don't do that, man. It's just bad for everyone. But let's continue.
22. Like, y'all can't nobody get my son out here.
Yeah. What's up, buddy? How are you? Let me guess. 4.
4. Gonna be 4.
He's gonna be 4. See, I'm good at that.
Gonna be 4.
Have you guys ever been arrested for retail theft?
No.
No?
No. Never. His mom basically for fighting and stuff like that. Fighting.
Okay, I was wrong. They love to fight.
You need to go get your bottle. What's in the car? Ma'am, can I pay for the item? Ma'am, can I pay for the item? Give me a second. Okay. I'm keeping on your mother's bottle. You don't want none of that.
No? You don't want a hug? You sure? Yeah, you probably. You're hungry? Yeah, talk to me. Let me know what you need. Look, check this out. What? See that? That's cool, right? Okay, buddy.
So, Tia, when was the last time you were arrested?
Last time I was arrested. Just shit, maybe about 2 months ago.
For what?
They just arrested me trying to say I didn't pay to bond. They cleared my head a warrant. I just told them I just had bonded out from the stations from the suburbs. Told them I just bonded out. They thought they don't have no record. They took me to the station.
What department? What was the arrest for? The warrant?
Yeah, the
What was the arrest for that? What was the warrant for?
The warrant for
Yeah.
I had missed the court date.
What was the crime?
I was in the crime. They pulled me out the car and said that I was under the influence.
So DUI.
Yeah, right. Like, then I'm like,
What's your history? Gonna say never arrested?
no, I've been arrested a few years ago, but
Well, that's a part of your history. What's it gonna say?
I think it was something against the police officer or something like that.
Okay.
I really don't even know because I was out the next day. I really don't know.
You guys got anybody else in the store?
No, it was just us.
Okay. We're still adding up also.
I only got. I can pay for mine. I asked for it.
I think we're past
I'll
level
pay
1.
for it.
So when they call the police, that means that they want some sort of action taken other than you guys
Okay,
paying
well,
for it.
I just call in.
Hold on.
Nobody's gonna get my my son.
That's okay. We'll handle that. Okay.
How are you gonna handle that?
You're
not the first person we've arrested with young kids.
Okay, but where's my child gonna go?
These are things as a mother.
I'm trying to listen to what the officer's trying to say. I said I'll pay for it.
Too late. So past that point, you already.
Right. So is y'all finna arrest somebody?
We're waiting for your history. We haven't gotten yours back yet, and we're waiting for the paperwork from Walmart.
Wait for who is the both parties?
Yeah, because you're both involved.
These police be so sarcastic.
You can hear it? Yeah.
I don't have nobody to get my son. Like, come on now, this is not even that serious.
It's a tough crime.
Bro, I would.
And this would be, and I hate to, like I said, I'm making content, bro. This would be the people who will talk about white tears. But guess what? Every situation, they always begin to cry. It's not, listen, nobody forced you to go into Walmart and steal, sweetheart. The tears is not going to help. Again, whether it be however you react to the police is not about to say, you know what, I made a mistake. You in a hole right now. And tears is not going to help. And I've seen this a lot. Well, when a woman get pulled over, they begin to cry. Like, oh, they have any type of run-in with the police and it's not going their way, they begin to cry. Listen, man, these times, I mean, you should have thought about that when you was in the vehicle. And like I say, we all make bad decisions. I'm not being judgmental. I'm just making I'm speaking on what I see. Like, the tears, man, that's obsolete at this point, but let's continue.
Hey, boy, it's not that serious. I'm all the way out here, bro. My son's not gonna have nowhere to go. Like, please don't do this. That's just wrong. Like,
and I got empathy. I got mercy. The same mercy that we show, the same mercy we gonna receive. But I don't want to come off as I don't have mercy. But also, this is a pro-truth channel. This is pro-truth. I have to give it to you, and I'm just making an observation of what I see. And of course, she's saying that she's way out there, so apparently she's not around her hometown with her family, that she's in another town stealing. You have to think about consequences. I always say women are grown children, but children, they don't think about consequences, right? They don't. They have to be trained, because if they don't, they'll grow up into adults and not think about consequences. But you have to think about consequences. You should have at least been by yourself stealing and make sure your children in a safe place. I'm not even going to ask where their father is. And it's just a mess, man. But let's continue.
for real. Y'all could have gave somebody a chance. I ain't never been arrested for no stealing.
Well, I'm still waiting for your criminal history.
Like, bro, they already called them to come get them.
What was the dog?
And them cops, they remain so calm in some situations too. It seems like they being sarcastic, and it's funny to me, bro. I don't like. It's crazy, man. But they still, even though the tears are flowing from this young lady, I still want to commend them for conducting themselves and carrying themselves directly. But let's continue.
Somebody's gonna come pick him up.
164.
Is that the one with holding the kid, or the other one? The one against the wall, or?
This one was the $84. Hers is 64.
84 and 64.
This one is her.
Okay, so that's
315, your subject.
Did you take those spoons off? Cause y'all didn't see me grab no spoons. I got some real stuff. My son had them somewhere.
Y'all still have a problem. Y'all don't have IDs. We need to know who you are.
Ain't that what y'all looking for? My son's gonna be up in DCFS somewhere. Like, come on now, for real. Nobody's gonna come get him around here. I live in Oak Park.
Pay for it right now, right here.
I gave them my information. I told them my history and
The
everything.
fact that y'all was stuffing it and was about to leave. I still got a job.
Didn't nobody say, if somebody would have walked up and said something like the same way y'all said take it out, what we do, take it out.
I gave the man my stuff right then and there. I didn't have no problem. I'm telling you right now, I don't have no problem with him.
I'm not gonna have nobody to get my son.
I understand that. And the way y'all was stuffing, y'all didn't care while y'all was loading in. Y'all didn't care. I'm just.
And see, that woman who is over that particular area, that department of, I'm guessing, camcorder or whatever, the security, she's a black woman. And one thing, like I say, dealing with black people, you can't see the cops up being, respectful and they're being nice and they trying to. But the black woman is telling them, she giving it to them raw. Listen, y'all didn't think about none of that. Y'all knew what y'all was doing. Y'all was trying to get away. Y'all tried to commit a crime and get away. And y'all got busted. We can't just play this game of. I mean, that would be good if they was doing that. I think that would be good if they would just say, okay, look, you can pay for it, so we're not gonna press no charge. Y'all go ahead and pay for it. You got the money, but you still trespass. You can't come back here. You know what I'm saying? Because you tried to fraud me. It's just like you. If somebody try to fraud you or play you, but you catch them, do you just overlook it and say, well, I mean, if I wouldn't have caught you, you were gonna try to fraud me? I mean, like let's let's be for real. And that's what these young ladies was trying to do. They were trying to pull a caper, and it didn't work. So now they trying to pay for it. And it's both of them under $100, so it's 2 misdemeanors. I don't believe they're gonna go to jail. But I mean, we can't play this game, right and erase. No, you wrote it. What you just did, that's in ink. That's in ink. That ain't in pencil, baby.
I was just being honest. Y'all was just stuffing it. Like, it's cool. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing. None of that. The way y'all was doing it.
That's another black guy.
I'm doing my job. Now, the consequences solely depend on y'all actions first.
If somebody would have walked up to us up in that stove and asked us what we were doing or something.
Again, I always tell people, man, I got so many points that I constantly prove daily that the woman is a child. She's a child, and especially if she's upset, the inner child just comes all the way out. You're a grown woman. You have children, right? They don't have to come tell you to stop what you're doing. That's their job, to watch and see if you're going to walk out of the door with it. That's not their job to tell you what you're doing is wrong. You know what you're doing is wrong. You're an adult. What are we doing? Let's continue.
But they took that stuff out, put that right up in the house. Right hand up to God. Yeah.
Because the way you was stuffing it over here, you was laughing about it.
Yeah, but if somebody would have walked up to me and said something, I would have took that stuff out my head. I wouldn't have even walked to the door.
Let me tell you something, okay? That all makes sense, right? But their job is not to go walk around and tell people who are committing shoplifting, hey, why don't you go ahead and take that out of your bag and put it away. Their job is to protect the merchandise from Walmart, and as it walks out the door, that's a crime. Their job,
we didn't make it out the door.
Part of their job description doesn't say, hey, if you see somebody putting their stuff in the bag, go over there and tell them to take it out. So,
the first set of double doors, when you cross that door, that means you cross the point of sale. That means you walk past every register. You don't have to be outside the building for us to detain you. Long as you go out that first set of doors.
No, there's a squad car sitting there.
Okay, but then, y'all give us a chance to just pay for it. That's all I'm saying. We don't even have to do all of this, like, for real.
Sometimes
we don't even have to
things work out. Sometimes we have to do our job. All right. So I want you to understand this.
We don't even have to do this, like, real life. I don't have nobody to get him. I don't live over here. I live miles and miles away.
Can I tell you something? You got somebody right here next to you, or vice versa. It all depends on the situation, right? Who can take custody of your child?
Nobody.
Can I tell you this? If she says, I'll take your child from you while you go get processed, what are you going to say?
But y'all saying y'all gonna take both of us. So what difference does that make?
One, eventually you're going to get out, right? We're going to try to process somebody quicker than the other, right? Trust me, we don't want to babysit because it's not in our job description to babysit children. Right? We don't have the facilities. All right? One thing we do have to do is keep the children safe. That's why I ordered up some car seats. I'm not just going to put your kids in the back of my car. There's no car seat. That'd be the wrong thing to do, right? Well, that's not up to me. It's up to them. It's their merchandise. It ain't my merchandise. I'm not the victim here.
It's not even like we stole nothing.
I get you, but a theft is a theft is a theft.
We could have been stealing medicine or stuff that was like $50 a piece and stuff like that. We're stealing baby stuff. Like,
yeah, but a theft is a theft is a theft.
And that's another thing I know, man. They love to argue about nothing. Instead of just they always say accountability to a woman is like a just take accountability. You constantly arguing with the cop, telling him. Now, like I say, I do, especially the young lady with the bonnet on. I respect how she's conducting herself. And I respect how both of these ladies are conducting themselves. They're not really wrestling or being overly aggressive. But again, You're already busted. These people already pressing charges. You in the hole now. Arguing with the person who digged the hole is not going to make them hand you the shovel and pull you back out. The best thing you would have did was hush. And like I say, this is a masterclass. If you're in this situation, just hush, calm down, let the people do their job. Don't even rush them. What the solution? Just chill. But you sitting there crying is not going to help. Arguing with them, telling them, well, it's just baby stuff. Ain't like we was doing this. And ain't like this is what they do. This is why they always arguing and fight. This is what they do. Just take accountability, bruh. You got caught stealing. Let's go to plan B, whatever that is, which is probably going to be now. I'm guessing they getting arrested because at first he said they wasn't, or they probably wasn't. But again, like he said, it's not his call. It's the people's call. And I mean, from my understanding, one of them was $64 and one of them was $80-something. That's, I would think, a misdemeanor, but different states, different things. But I mean, you sitting up there arguing with the man, they just got a bad habit of that. They love to argue. Like, just let it go. At this point, it's not getting you out of this hole. And if anything gets you out of this hole, it's not going to be crying and arguing. That's not happening. Or the child, which is the child always be used conveniently as a pawn to try to either get them pity or helped out of a situation. That's not even going to help you at this point. So just let it go, sit there and chill. And this is to the person who's watching this and your children. And this is what this is what this is about. That case already over. But I'm just saying, if you in this situation, don't do what she's doing. Be calm like she's doing. Stay seated like she's doing. Don't be getting in the officer's face like some of them do. But I'm just saying, you at the point of no return at this point. But let's continue.
You get what I'm saying?
And I would have paid for it to make it not as good. And nobody say nothing. It's like y'all was waiting for somebody to try to walk out the door to try to arrest somebody knowing we staying here with these kids.
Nobody,
like, that's bogus.
Can I tell you something? Nobody set you up for that. Right? You can't.
Somebody could just told me to take it out. I would have took it out right there. Like, I'm not even understanding.
If I had somebody on my shoulder telling me every time I was going to do something wrong.
I thought y'all was just going to be kind of cool and just, okay, whatever, get the stuff back and let it go. I would have left.
We got to do our job.
I wouldn't even be up in here right now.
If you both would have had IDs, you'd have been go.
Well, I got my ID. He just put me up.
We don't know who you are.
That's what she said. She making the statement, so I'm letting you know. I asked you
why
for
did y'all
ID.
say that if I would have got what y'all wanted?
You told me you didn't have no ID.
Because I'm not trying to get arrested, so yeah, I'm gonna say that.
We weren't gonna get you arrested. We was gonna get our merchandise and let you go.
Well, I wish I would have said that too.
But you wanted to be funny.
Hello.
I wasn't being funny though.
We're going to wait on some questions. I'm from it right now. Let me talk to you real quick. We're trying to work this out. Let's go set up everything. Walmart kept their side. We just try to work out. We just sit down on type of issues. How far? How over one?
One is mine. The 4-year-old is mine.
We're checking the kitchen. We're running to the bench from jurisdiction. We're checking the chair. We want to make this as seamless as possible. I understand it's a major thing that we want to get this citation. You take custody in the meantime while we deal with what she's got. Because more likely you can get her. Okay? All right? And I understand.
No, I just did that because I didn't.
No. Don't all listen. It is what it is at this point. Right? You can't grab all the paperwork and do it and you tell us one thing and it's the other. You understand that?
No, there's nothing on my background. And I'm like, why would y'all even do it? Y'all have me a ticket for that?
No.
I was under pressure.
So they wasn't going to go to jail, but because she lied about her identity and not having an ID, which is lying about your identity, that's why she going to jail. See, they said they were going to let them go because I figured that because it's like both of them under $100. You know what I'm saying? So they were going to just probably get their identification. Of course, trespassing mean they can't come back. But she lied about that, talking about because she didn't want to get arrested. You was getting arrested either way it go once you got caught stealing the people's stuff, baby. You know what I'm saying? So that's like I say this. Excuse me. You know, this is a masterclass on what not to do. Looking from other people's situations, and I'm telling you what you shouldn't do. You get caught up in this situation, you down bad. Look, man, here's my ID. But if you lie about your name or don't give them your ID, and who the hell is walking around today without an identification? Like, let's be for real, right? That's irresponsible as an adult. If you're over 18 to be walking around without an ID, ID can save you from some foolishness, right? But anyways, let's continue.
Alright, so we want to make it as smooth as possible. I don't want to mess
Bro, I have my whole car in the parking lot. Like, what y'all talking
back
about?
to your car. Don't worry.
Yeah, but once everything's done, we'll make sure nobody's gonna tow your car. Alright?
I give you that. Okay?
Baby, because y'all is, bro. My baby don't even gas. Get this out the car. Captain come pick me up. Get out the car. The wrong place.
So now she got an attitude because apparently, I don't know. I'm watching it with y'all, but from my understanding, the homegirl gonna be let go. But now she's gonna have to go to jail. She got an attitude. Get this effing baby. Like, what? You actually should be. Cause see, I mean, but I don't. You look at that girl and say, you know what? You got an attitude. You keep your baby there. Because I did what I was supposed to do. I didn't play no game. I gave her my identification. You didn't. And you got the nerve to have an attitude with me? Well, you keep your baby, and I'm going to take my baby, and we're going to wait for our ride. See what I'm saying? All because of her mistake. It wasn't nobody. It wasn't no victim. She's not a victim here. She's not a victim here, but she's making herself out of a victim. Right?
You're going to take charge of the kiddos, and then you have a way to transport them?
Yes, he's going to pick me up. He's in the car.
Come on.
He's going across the street at the place.
That works.
We will give it to you back. Okay.
So she's got a home? Alright. Is she 1019? Hold on. Come on.
Mama, what am I doing? Y'all already gonna take somebody to jail.
Relax. 1019 with the 99 or what?
No, just her.
For the retail?
Right, now y'all charging somebody for resale. We got to get y'all first.
You were gonna get charged.
You gonna get my baby?
You were gonna get charged in the first place. Alright?
Okay, but y'all gonna go get it. Okay, but then I said my in that case, I would have just went and took them one.
No, you can't because that's somebody else.
Okay, so then I should have still just did that in the first place then.
Still arguing.
No, because the facts are over here. There's a
Okay, that's cool enough. But my baby can get his shit.
You wanna?
Y'all going to here.
Give me your first. We're not doing too much, okay? Hold on. Put your keys in first.
My baby's in the car.
That's fine. We're gonna get it.
Okay, so we can go get it now. He's already in his
Okay,
head.
listen. I'm being very nice. I'm gonna tell you what's
You're
going
not
on
being
right
nice no more. Right? No, you're not. You're not. I'm finna go to the jail. What the
And see, some police officers, because he's been very nice and respectful, and he's following protocol by being a de-escalator. But some of these police these days, they're fed up, rightfully so. They fed up with the nonsense from you Negroes. From you niggas. Not you Negro, not black people, but they fed up with the nonsense from you niggas, and we all gotta suffer for it. So some of these dudes some of these officers wouldn't have had nothing to say to her. And not just white officers, police, period. We've told you what's going on. We're not going to keep explaining to you. Matter of fact, get against the wall. We're putting you under handcuff. This woman is not even cuffed. But let's continue.
you mean somebody's being nice? Okay, so what the f*** is there to do?
I could have done this.
Okay, y'all could have did this at the beginning. That's what. Okay. Get my baby out the car.
Relax.
Relax. We're gonna figure it out. Okay? You got your keys if you.
Y'all did this shit over motherfucking fake man.
You did it to yourself.
Motherfuckers be up in there for what? A waste of fucking time. Like,
Here, calm down.
like we going for real.
Please stop moving.
Stop moving your hands. Stop going away.
Always irritating.
Now we're gonna go to the car. Hey, where's
272. Mark went in custody for 13 days.
Okay, and my baby's in my car.
Hey, we're not worried about that right now, okay?
How? My baby don't have no milk or nothing.
Okay, we'll figure it out.
How are you gonna figure it out if my baby's with her?
I'm gonna talk to your partner.
How the f is she gonna get it out my car if you have my key?
I will give her the keys. You give me
Who the
permission.
f give y'all permission to be up in my car?
Okay,
And who
we
said
won't
I
go in.
gave her permission to
We
go in
won't
my
go in.
motherfucking car?
We won't go in your car. Simple as
Alright,
that.
irritating.
Is this your car right now?
Touch me.
Alright, you wanna... Let's go, Carla.
Y'all had some on my soul. Y'all ain't got to do. Y'all gonna give her a ticket for it.
If you hadn't lied about who you were, we would have given 20.
I don't even give a y'all gonna waste my day. This all this gonna do. That's cool. Just take you back to my car when it's all
Yeah, once it's all said and done, we'll bring you back to your car. So
Alright,
what's that? Well, you're the one rushing.
There's nothing to talk about.
There's a process. There's nothing to head off,
Take
okay?
me to jail.
Relax.
Ain't no relax.
Here. You have anything on you?
Yup, anything.
If anything, you're doing too much.
Anything.
Alright?
I ain't doing the most yet.
So, we're just trying to get you. That's it. That's it.
Nah, y'all could have been doing this. That would have been the end of now.
Here, spread your legs for me.
My baby don't got shit.
Well, ain't nothing in there. I still got it. Where did it work?
Thank you.
That's right. Well, I had the car seats ready. Yeah, you did. Great job.
Don't touch me. I don't need this shit. I don't want that.
I have to.
I don't want that shit. I'll open my mouth.
I didn't check it first. So, if you want to check it now, it's okay.
The woman was charged with resisting or obstructing a peace officer and retail theft.
The Dame Dash.
And that's gonna be it on that video, man. That's gonna be it on that video. But man, like I said, this episode 6, and we will have daily episodes, man. And well, like I said, she didn't get beat, she didn't get killed, but she did make a situation worse. That didn't have to be all that. All she had to do was just simply give her my ID. Because she didn't, she had to go take that ride that her friend didn't have to take. But I still commend them. I commend her friend. Her friend must have been in one of my classes. She knew how to conduct herself. She didn't lie. And you seen what happened. She got away. What's going to happen is she's going to get trespassed. Means she can't go back to Walmart. They're going to take her name and all that down. Take her picture. But this young lady, she got to go to jail. And I don't know if she got the bond out. I don't know if they're going to let her, sign out on her own reckoning. Because it's just not giving them my ID. So I don't really know how that worked and which city that was in, what they law is on that. But I thank y'all for watching, man. God bless. I'm out of here.